I feel so weak, lying here on the forest floor. The wind blows the leaves around in a swirling way, placing some on my battered body. I had escaped that hellhole. They had about 4 other kids there, so they couldn't keep an eye on us all the time. True, one of the Rottweilers knocked me to the dirt and bit at my face, but the chunk missing from my head feels refreshing and losing pain as the rain falls on it. One of my eyes near the chunk is starting to roll into my head, for now everything I see out of it looks glazed. The rain continues to fall. I stick my tongue out and try to catch a few drops. Good thing I still have my tongue, unlike that other unfortunate boy. They cut his out and nailed it to the wall. I can remember the thick, shiny red blood as it dripped down the wall. I winced, lying on my back. The scratchy leaves cushion it a little, but the bruises from the whip still ache. My ears hear nothing except the pitter-patter of the rain as it downfalls here, splashing the trees and drenching me. I feel calm, much better than the screams of agony and sorrow back in the prison. I reflect now, every drop of rain seeming to hold a new memory as I stare at them. I remember my parents never getting to know what happened to their son. I remember the brown, sweaty bag with the torture shoved over my head when they grabbed me on the street that night. Why did I ever decide to walk home alone that night? The rain splashes on the ground, making the air smell refreshed and damp. A bit of rain soaks on my body, no doubt dripping into the many cuts that line my body. I can still remember the blood that was on it, that wiggly, sharp knife, knowing it was my blood as the ropes bound my hands from moving and held me off the ground. The only thing I could do was scream. I would look into their eyes every day, seeing the joy that they got from my screams. You could tell they liked the blood-curdling ones the best, as if you had just seen a murder. In fact, we've seen a few kids killed in there. They would just go kidnap another, but I had done the unheard of, and actually escaped. Now, as I lie here in the rain, I know that the car engine I hear is them, searching for me. Who else would be out there, miles from civilization, especially at this time of night? The rain almost prevents me from seeing them, but I can see the stars. White glowing orbs in the dark abyss of the sky, almost as if telling me that light exists within dark, that good exists within evil. I almost laugh. There is no good in the evil ones. I can hear them now. The car's headlights have swept over me, and the engine is becoming deafening to my tired and worn ears. I hear one of them, a male, yell out something in one of the car's doors opens and he slams it shut. A few more doors open and I concentrate my eyes on the one standing over my body. I ran for so long, although I thought it impossible that any of them would find me, but sure enough, it's them. They shout to each other rapidly, but I couldn't care less about what they're saying. I already know. They will make it harder for anyone else to escape, and they are debating what to do with me. I know what's going to happen. A chill fills my body, partly from the wind as it blows with the force of a hurricane, partly from my realization. The moonlight is absent. The stars are the only witnesses to the event that's coming. One of them points his hand to me, and I'm staring down a gun nozzle. I can't see the bullet inside that will finally end all my suffering, all my torment, but I silently thank it. I close my eyes, ready for all this to end for me. My one last thought is a question. They'll kidnap another kid, simply put him through the suffering until he dies, but I wonder, who will that kid be?